Hello everybody and welcome to The Evil Within. A quick look at one of the levels, or at least part of one of the levels, so you can see what the gameplay looks like and decide whether this is the game for you. Yeah, just quickly into the options menu. I'm sure you've all seen options menu before, you know how these things work. Just so people know what I've got it set to, go to the hardware settings. No, down to the hardware settings, please, thank you. Right, there we go, 1366 by 768, FXAA, everything's high, everything's enabled. Why only 1366? My monitor seems to be broken. A bit of a shame, but it won't go up to HD anymore. So anyway, enough of that rubbish, and on with the game. Welcome to part of level 3. Yeah, here we go. Thanks for this, what I'm going to say next, Rurikan. I'm going to play this like it looks. What does it look like? Resident Evil 4. Yeah, the over-the-shoulder view, and it's, well, you're not Leon S. Kennedy, that's for sure, and you've not got as much ammo either. Level 1's pretty much a cat and mouse game between you and the butcher. If you've seen anybody play the demo, or the demo from E3, you will know part of what that level is actually like, and it's a bit of a tense game of cat and mouse. Level 2 picks up a bit, but you've still really got to conserve your ammo. Now, I didn't know this section was coming, but I had some ammo left over, so I thought, right, here we go. We're going to go balls out and play it like Res Evil 4, like it looks. You can't tell from looking at this, really, the atmosphere it creates. It's kind of tense. Obviously, the enemies are not stupid. They will drag you out from hiding spots if they see you go into them. Yeah, and they will do you over in 2 hits or less. Some are 1-hit kills. Not good. Otherwise, the stealthy bits remind me very much of Splinter Cell. Now, people say that's a bad comparison. Rubbish. This is survival horror. What's it got to do with, like, espionage? Well, luring characters over to a noise that you've made and then stealth killing them from behind. Does that sound like survival horror, or does it sound like Splinter Cell? You work it out. Otherwise, the horror aspects, I suppose, are the creatures you're fighting and the kind of mess you make with your weapons. A lot of the time it's psychological stuff goes on, which is there to mess with your character's head and what you see as a player. No problem with that, great. And it's all pretty damn good. It's done really well. There's no problem with it. There are traps you can set off to catch enemies out, and guess what? They can use them against you too. So they are not overly stupid. To all those who are going to review the game properly after I've finished mauling it, when you walk into an empty room, do not say hello. Right? If you can see there's nobody there, do not spend your entire review going hello, hello every 5 seconds, because it's fucking annoying. Knock it off. Not once am I going to walk into an empty room in this game and go hello, because there's no need. Okay, back to the game. There are traps you can find. You can lure enemies into these traps to blow them up or kill them or dismember them in some interesting way. Good luck with that. Enemies are not stupid, and some traps will not be set off by enemies. Yeah. So at this point I've now decided, okay, I'm sneaking around, I'm trying to find my way around this house. I know there's an enemy close by, so now it's time to get the shotgun out and do some shooting. The enemy's very close by, and you know when an enemy's seen you because of, well, you'll see right about now. Eyes lit up and coming right at you. That generally gives it away, and until those eyes go out, they are alive. Yeah, headshots from close range are great, but they don't always kill them. Sometimes you have to burn the corpses as well to finish them off. So be warned, just because something's on the floor doesn't mean it's dead. Which is all good. This is all good. So, oh look, point and scream. Hello, is this Invasion of the Body Snatchers pointing and screaming at me? Come on then. And you think this is a moment of AI stupidity, and it isn't. They've actually gone off to warn the other characters of where you are, and to let all the other ones know you're here. Like, thanks for that. Oh, hello again. Bye. Now that basically took half the head off and half the body from that. So you think, oh, she's dead. Well, guess what? It's this kind of game where, no, we're getting back up again. Now the character deformations are pretty good. There's just not quite enough of them. They're pretty... ow. Ow. No head. You see, that's where the horror comes from, but it's not got genuine fear-like scares in it. It's got some fear-like moments in it, and psychological moments, very fear-orientated from the game Fear, but it's not scary. It isn't. Like, this section is very Res 4, and there are certain other sections which seem to borrow from Res 4 too. This is nice touch though. With half a head, these zombie characters, or whatever, infected, or whatever they are, don't walk in a straight line. They are not sheep. You know, they're not just waiting for you to Leon S. Kennedy them into a line and then shoot them all through the head. That isn't going to happen. Not very often at all. You have various weapons, which are all pretty handy, but ammo is so limited, you've really got to save it up. Now, having said that, up to this point, the game's been great. The next couple of levels after this are also pretty good. There's a level later on called, I think it's the Cathedral level, when you're approaching a ruined cathedral. Be warned, when you get to that level, you will get the sniper rifle. Save the ammo for that rifle. This is not much of a spoiler, it's a game breaker, because if you use the ammo up, you cannot take out 4 gun emplacements you need to take out. And if you can't take them out, then you have to restart that level all over again. Now that's poor design, and the actual level of that area is pretty poor, and I'm not impressed with it at all. It's a big letdown after what's been before it. Yeah, so that's just a pre-warning. You don't know why you're going there, I'm not telling you. I'm not spoiled the story why you're there or why you're going or who you're with. Just a word of warning. Also, who you're with is stupid, or can be, but can be very useful. You want to keep your characters alive when you find them. This is not Silent Hill where you want everybody to die because they're morbid and useless and just basically tell you to go away. The characters in this are your friends and you want them to live, and they are useful. However, they do have moments of stupidity and they can set off various traps. Here's a good one. I was trying to dismantle a bomb trap and my fellow colleague, I'll not say who it was, walked back towards the trap and set it off. While my bits rolled down the stairs, the other character turned to me and said, "Are you doing alright there?" Yeah, I laughed then too. Because it's, yeah, I just basically said to the screen, "Well, I've just gone to pieces, but I'm fine, thanks." Yeah, that was a kind of stupid moment, but it was quite funny and amusing, I suppose. But player stupidity and enemy stupidity is few and far between, which is a good thing. Now, this is the hostile chair, I call it. It's a chair you don't want to sit in, but you're gonna, because you can level your character up. You can level up how much ammo you carry, your guns, how much damage they do, how much ammo they have, what effects they have, reload times. You can actually upgrade yourself. You give yourself more health, faster run, more power when you're doing melee attacks, or upgrade the efficiency of potions and syringes and health items. Now, that's all great, but it's a bit arbitrary, and the upgrade is somewhat a bit meh. Like, you go from doing 100% damage to doing 110% damage. Or you can go from holding 3 bullets to 4. Oh, and it's all done by electroshock therapy, which is kind of neat. It's a neat little system, I suppose, but the actual upgrading of your effects after all your hard work is... Oh, I don't know. It could be so much more than it is, but it is what it is. It's a neat way of doing an upgrade system, but again, not scary. It isn't scary at all. It isn't. Even the bits that are like a bit sort of surreal and psychological are not scary. They'll sort of leave you scratching your head as to what the heck is going on. There's a certain lack of interactivity with some things, and other things are not immediately clear. Which is good. Now, apart from that cathedral level, and a couple of areas where you fight off a few waves of enemy, which seem a bit lazy, even though they're kind of like interesting, they're still a bit lazy. Other than that, it's a pretty good game so far. I haven't finished it, but it's pretty good what's there. Now, the section I'm going to show next is a spoiler. Spoiler alert! Yeah, this other section's a bit later in the game and is basically what I call the fear section. Yeah, it's obviously taken from those kind of cues, but I'll shut up now anyway. If you like this kind of game, get it, play it, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Until the next one, have fun.
I'd better run. What is it with you?